right, we need answers. Episode 51. Today we got my man T. Will LT's in here, Terrence. If y'all know any of the names, I shout my man out every few episodes. You hear me mention T. Will. The Van episode. That's who we did. I talked about him a lot. Our partnership on the EMI thing that we gonna get back rolling. We putting this back on the Real Wire series. We'll put this in because that's every taste of the realness of what the city give you and what life give you. We talk about some real stories and real shit going on and been going on. I knew T. Will. We've been locked in for about 07, 08.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That's about 13, 14 years, some shit like that. Grew to be brothers. Been there, for a long run. He got a lot of important events that I've been a part of his life, and just we gonna get into that, and we can start. Well, before we get into that, just introduce yourself. Whatever you want the people to know.
T. Will, West Baltimore, Woodington Gardens Apartments, which is Wood G. Pretty much it.
Okay, yeah. So T. Will, you a little shy, but we talk about talk about growing up in Wood G. Wood G, that's between Yale and
Everton and yeah,
village, outskirts of the village and all that shit.
Family, it's really like a family unity. Like man, everybody, mothers raise each other. Everybody, like, say for instance, Dominic mother, like, she can discipline me, tell me what not to do, what to do, and you feel me? My mother won't have a problem with it.
Right.
So it's like family. Like, we all stuck together, getting in trouble. We was all together. We just stuck together, man. That shit was like a family. Like, big. I'm the only child.
So they like your brothers.
They was like my brothers growing up from.
You was there since birth?
Yeah. I was there since birth. Lived around there all my life.
So paint the picture for people who don't know. I started coming around there when I think the first time I remember going around there was before I went to college, or when I went to college. That's when you met Deja now. That's the first time I met.
Yeah.
So we was around there. This is back when I had the Lexus. When I was around there, I think that's the first time I remember. Maybe it was just because it was her, but when I went around there, and then after a while, this is when we was all hanging out and being click tight and all that. We used to always go around there. People started, like, Cortez started to make it down. He started to come around there on his own.
Call me like, yo, Cortez up here. What the fuck? I'm not even outside. How you beat me up there? This nigga chilling around there like he making moves. I'm like, Cortez, man. Let me know when you come around here. I gotta make sure everything's straight. But they fuck with Cortez. They fuck with me. They love me. So whoever I bring around there, they gonna definitely show love. You feel me? They ain't gonna do no snake shit or nothing. So it was just always love for real. Respect.
So what's the earliest, because people know, and I said all that because a lot of people might not be familiar with that area or that neighborhood. What's your earliest memories of growing up around there? Besides, I know you said everybody's like a family and shit.
You said what's the early?
When you think of Wood G, what do you think of?
Like I said, unity, man,
okay.
Love. Like,
okay.
You feel me? It was love, man. Like, we did everything together. Like I said, we even played football. You played for Cowboys. It was just always love around there. Like, you had the older heads, fuck the shit up. They was hating on the young niggas, you feel me? We holding it down. They come home on some boss shit, trying to take shit back over. But, you feel me? Like, we was holding it down. Like, you just not gonna push us out the way, you feel me? But, like I say, all the guys that really grew up together, stuck together, and been like that since.
So when we like I said, when we locked in, we went to when I graduated 07. What you graduated high school?
08.
08, and then I went out Eastern Shore as soon as I graduated. You went what? You went the same year you graduated?
08.
08. All right. So when we went out Eastern Shore, it was me, you, Davon, Larry, Darren,
Cortez.
We met Cortez out
Kendall.
there. Kendall, shout out to KY. Yeah. So I remember the earliest memories out there when we got into a lot of shit with the PG niggas and all. Like we met like I always say, we met a lot of good people out there
Yeah, we
too.
did.
Like your roommate.
Yeah, Art. I fuck with Art.
Yeah,
Art,
yeah,
my
y'all
guy,
locked
man.
in. Art from what? Jersey,
New Jersey.
right? Yeah. So we met people out there. We learned about ourselves a lot too. But I ended up staying 2 years, and you dipped what? Your first semester?
Yeah, first semester.
So what made you dip?
Man, I was
Homesick.
well, during that time, I had a girlfriend during that time, so fucking coming home to her. But it wasn't more so really about being homesick. I sat back and realized, like, man, I can't keep taking no motherfucking loan now. I'm not trying to
True.
graduate and be in debt for him. So I came home and went up CCBC. I was going to school up there, taking classes up there, and it was cheaper.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely wanted to stay because all of y'all was up there. It was family. Like, I had to worry
ball
about
out
shit.
there.
Like, everybody, you feel me? Everybody, them niggas scared of Larry, so they were showing that motherfuckers. I mean, I got into it with Art, man. Art was like, hey, I knew Larry was up here, so I wasn't. Man,
and for those who don't know, that's Larry. Larry is your cousin.
Yeah, Larry, my cousin.
Yeah.
So everybody was scared of
From
him.
Huey brand Larry.
So, but yeah, like I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, if I could have stayed, I definitely would have stayed. But I couldn't see myself keep taking out loans every semester, and then you graduate and you be behind, and so I'm like, no, I just came home and went up CCBC. I was taking classes, and my major was accounting.
Okay.
Fuck with accounting.
Okay. I ain't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
All
okay.
I ain't know you was thinking that. I talk about this shit a lot of times. Cause when I was East Shore, I ain't even had no major. That's how I was bullshitting, and that's when I came home to UB.
My father actually kind of made me get into accounting. Like that nigga good with numbers. So he's the reason why I wanted to fuck with accounting, be an accountant for real.
Okay.
Then I remember when I was like CCBC, I remember I missing a class, man. That shit like missing a whole week.
Yeah.
So I missed like one class. I missed something for real. So I asked Davon to help me. Man, this nigga, instead of helping me, he do the whole project. I'm like, bro, I asked you to help me.
Definitely
like,
book smart.
yo, like I ain't
Smart
asked you
Davon.
to help me, but I definitely appreciate you helping me with that. I think I did pass that class.
So once you came back home, that's when you really got your feet in, like you was in your grind after that, right?
Kinda, sorta. I was trying to. So a lot of people don't know I used to work. Everybody was like, "No, you ain't never had a job." So I used to work at Charlestown, AJ Wright, and Foot Locker. So I was fucking with that for real. So and still going to school, but the money wasn't no money for real. Wasn't no money. So I was up I was up CCBC, and I ran into this guy. So somebody plugged me into him. So I'm on some whole. I think the car I had a red CL during that time. During that time, I was doing a little something. I wasn't doing nothing for real. But I'm on some. You know how like 50 Cent on that movie Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah.
And you go to jail like I will be back.
Yeah.
Somehow like the nigga I'm talking shit like, man, look, I got my own block, I got this, I got that. Look, you go outside, look at my car. I'm talking. You feel like I ain't with none of that bullshit. Like you can trust me for real. So he hollered at me and we linked in. And it's been love since then for real. Like he really showed me love for real.
Okay.
And that's how I got into the streets for real.
So once you got into the streets, what you like? As we know,
But let me go back some.
Go ahead.
Because this what really got me to the streets. Me and Ebony, we went to a gas station, and they had this little scamming ass game like these.
Oh, that wheel.
This time it was with some dice or something, but you did have the wheel though. So it's a scamming ass game. So I'm gambling, and they fucking taking every dollar. And this time I wasn't doing nothing. I used to gamble a lot, shoot dice. I was real good at shooting dice. So damn, he taking all my money. I ain't gonna lie, I probably had like a good 25 saved up, 2,500 saved up. They took all my money. I had my mother debit card. I took $500 out her account, right? I took the money out the account. I'm thinking, yeah, because Emily caught on to it.
Okay.
She caught on to it the very last minute. Like, he's
How he was-
scamming. The way he added the numbers up,
Uh-huh.
he was adding them so fast, but I'm not paying attention. I'm really trusting him for real.
Right.
So he like, no, that's wrong. So she caught on. She's like, oh, he's not adding it right.
Mhm.
So when we sat there and really added it up, I'm like, this motherfucker not adding it.
Uh-huh.
So bang, my last $500, lost it. And then we on the underpass, right? She get to crying like it was her money. So you so stupid. I'm like, damn. And then I started crying with her. Like, I'm hot, I'm mad too, but I'm like, fuck, I ain't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I'm like, damn.
How old was you around this time?
Like 19, 18,
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Like I wasn't a bad kid, you know, motherfuckers start off. They start
Yeah,
hustling when they was young. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a bad kid, period. I am fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Just like money.
yeah, we on the underpass. She crying. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? That's why I got a lot of love for her too. A lot of love and respect for her because she had got paid the next day.
Mm-hmm.
She was working at Walmart, so she gave me her whole check, bro. I'm talking about her
Replace it.
whole check, like
Uh,
not even replace it. It was to give my mother her money back. You feel me? So
Okay.
if her check was like, you know, you young, you ain't making that much. Her check probably was like $1,200. She probably kept $200 to get back and forth to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. So I give my mother her money. So I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I gave her my money and I came up with my homeboy. I asked him like, yo, what you trying to do? Like all the old heads was locked up, so the way was open. You
Oh,
feel me?
right.
All the money was going around Irvington. So I'm like, yo, what you trying to do? He was like, shit, let's make it happen. So
Man.
I gave my mother her money. I gave Ebony my car so she can get back and forth to work. She didn't even know how to drive. So I was like, man, I gotta hug the block. I ain't got time to
Go
take
back
the
and
word
forth,
and
yeah.
picking her up.
Yeah.
So I gave her my car, and it was a wrap since then for me. My man came up and we was holding the block down for real. So
Oh, okay. So with that, once you got your feet wet, you started doing you. A little later down the line, how much longer was it when the situation happened when you got shot? How
alright,
much?
so I got shot when I was 21. So I say
About 3 years later.
yeah, about three
Okay.
3 years later for real. So like I said, the old heads, man, motherfuckers. Old heads, man. They don't like once you lose, you lost the sauce, man. You gotta let the young niggas take over. You gotta fall
It's a
back.
new
For
era.
real, it's a new era. So yeah, so it's crazy about that story. So how I got shot was Ebony again. She called me hungry. Want to go down Moles? Like, all right, look. I said I'll take you down there. We can go get something to eat, but.
Before you get to that, let's paint between that time because this is when we was going out.
Oh,
we was
yeah.
going to all the parties. And then, matter of fact, that way back. I remember the first day I met you, for real. It might have been before college because it was that Western party.
Okay.
That party at
Oh.
Western. Because now it's coming
Bobby
back
was
to it.
fighting.
Yeah, Bobby, shout out to boy and Bobby, yeah. He was fighting we was at Western High School, all girls, a party at their school in the cafeteria. I never forget.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was all of us, and then we met, because
Yeah.
you knew, I think I was with Vincent, Carl, and all them, and y'all knew each other because y'all grew up together. Y'all went
Right.
to school and shit, middle
Right.
school and all that. And then we was like, when we got to the party, everybody just clicked up, and we was all in the same spot. And I remember Bobby fighting the nigga in the corner. It was like all of us was together. We just watched the
Just
shit.
watched.
Like he was.
It was me, Bobby, Corey.
I think
and
Greek was there.
Yeah.
And I think Corey brother was there too.
Oh,
I
Keith.
think. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Keith.
he was there. And that happened, and we was just all together. And after that, I think we just kept hanging out. And I shout out to Vincent because I think Vincent, he put a lot of us together for real. Because Vincent was cool, or he knew a lot of people that ended up wanting to hang around, or he was a welcoming nigga, so he just always told people just come around, and we clicked tight, and then we
I
kept
think
hanging
he gave
together.
him a name. Was it you or him?
I think
LT.
you told me it was me, but it must have been him. It was
LT.
LT, yeah, because BG used to always say that. He always rap about the nigga LTZ, so he probably did that. And that was his man, so shout out to VI. But, yeah, so once we got the FYF shit, the party shit going, but y'all was at all the parties. We was going everywhere together, all the games, all the shows and shit.
Football,
So between that time, that's when all that like we was clicking together and we was having fun. So I would say that's when we really locked in and you probably was doing more like far as like going out and shit.
Yeah.
When you did, cause everybody once they got with us, they started stepping out more for real.
Right,
'Cause
yeah,
we all did. That's when I started stepping out.
I mean,
so.
niggas around my way like, why you keep hanging with them? Like, yo, what the fuck, y'all? I'm
Niggas
like, bro,
try-
y'all gotta step out. Man. I
Exactly.
can't just hang with
and
niggas
that's
just wanna. I gotta hang with motherfuckers that's
Expose
on
it.
some other shit.
Yeah,
so
get you some
get my
exposure.
mind. You feel me? I can't just.
yeah.
I love y'all to death. I'm like, y'all can come with
niggas-
me. That's when Juvie started coming out with me.
Yeah, Juvie. And that's a lot of people when they started getting around us, we had them. Well, it wasn't no conflict, but people would tell us that other people said. But I always looked at it like shit. We doing different shit, and that's what I love to do. Like all that shit was new to me as much as it was new to everybody. Like going to different schools and shit.
Right.
We was going to schools out the county, city, all that, all
Everywhere.
the games, parties, all that shit. So it was exposing people, and a lot of people always said like they like the parties, even if the parties that wasn't hanging was like they met they girlfriends and baby mothers at the parties and shit like that. So it was always about like new things, and that's what tip I'm still on to this day. Like always trying to experience new shit, but I just said that just did not make it seem like it was just strictly that, but. Like you said, you was but back to the story you said, cause I remember I'm gonna talk about the night I remember too that night, but you said you was getting some food, y'all was about to go get some food, huh?
Alright, so she wanted to get some food. I remember this day, everything. Alright, so look, she wanted to get some food. I had hella shit lined up for. I was on the whole plan was to take her get something to eat. I had a whole date later on that night. I was supposed to go bowling with somebody for real. So me and her go get the food. So I left my car with the boy from over east, nigga Tone. So I left everything with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I had my phone. So as I'm calling him, he's not answering. But I know how he is. He like to fucking joyride in the car. He want to smoke. So I'm telling him like, yo, you can't be doing that, yo. Like.
Yeah.
Smoking, that's gonna automatically get you pulled over.
over.
So now I'm thinking he locked up.
And that car had the cruddies on it
Cruddy
too.
too, yeah. I know it's a fucking CO, so you know police is on him.
Yeah.
So I'm calling, he ain't answering. So I'm like, damn, yo, I hope he didn't get locked up. But the way I had everything situated, I'm like, there's no way you can get locked up. You can see everything. You can see police, you can see everything. So I'm like, all right. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. So as we get the food, we coming back, he called me from another number. So I'm like, yo, like, why you not answering? Who number is this? He was like, they robbed me, they kidnapped me. So I'm like, how the fuck did you get away? It wasn't making no sense.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna tell you, just come get me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So as I'm on my way up there, I called the guys the dudes from around my way, the older dudes. So I don't want nobody to get confused, because I keep saying this all you.
Yeah.
No, it was the older guys, you feel me? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck, like, where my car at? I'm like, what the fuck is all this about? He said, man, we don't like yo, and this and this and that. So I'm like, y'all don't really know him. You feel me? Whatever we had, whatever we had, because me and Tony had fell out about some shit, but me, I'm also a forgiving person for him.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, fuck it. That's between me and him. I never went to y'all and said
What
anything
happened
about
and
him.
all that,
You feel me?
yeah.
So like, yeah, we just don't like him. Yo, from the east and this and that. I'm like, fuck it. So I get up there. Emily dropped me off. So I'm right there talking. It's me, one of the dudes, big head, and this guy that get high. So we all sitting there talking. And all the clues was in my face, but I'm not paying attention, you feel me? Like, I felt too comfortable around there. Like, I was good.
It's your neighborhood.
It's mine, you feel me? Like, I felt comfortable. I'm so comfortable. I slept outside one time, for real. And this is on some whole other shit, for real.
Oh, okay.
Just fucking everybody around there, they pop and eat pills. Like, I don't get high, I don't drink or nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody, yo, you gotta try. I'm like, look, I take a half. You feel me? They took an E pill.
Fucked up.
Fucked up. So I was sleeping outside in the car for it, and then I finally went into this little chick house. But anyway, so like I said, I was comfortable. So Big Kid was like, yo, I got your joint. You want it? So I'm like, no, I don't need it. Like, I'm good. Like, you feel me? So he's like, no. He's like, all right, cool. But it was two niggas sitting on the back steps, and I heard one of them like, yo, where them niggas go? They were like, oh, I don't know. So I looked. The niggas wasn't there. Like, the fuck? But like I said, I'm too comfortable. I know a nigga not gonna come through there. It's one way in, one way out. You feel me? So I know nobody.
Definitely wasn't dead in.
I know nobody gonna come through on no bullshit. So as I walked, me and the guy that was trying to get high with the fiend, he walked me up to he saved my life too. So he walked me up to my car. So I was going up there. He walked me to my car. My car parked near a dumpster. The dumpster was right there, and then my car was right there. Like I say, it was all the clues. Like, nigga,
why would it be sitting right there?
Why it's sitting right there? It was in the dark. It's all these parking spots. You park right here where you can get towed.
Right.
There was a no tow zone and there's a dumpster. I'm talking about it was so close.
Nah.
So I'm like, man, I'm not even paying attention. You feel me? Not even. I could have. If I would have got my gun from Big Kid, I probably have been.
Right.
Would have been. Different story. So I'm like, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm comfortable. So as I walk, get in the car. As I'm walking to the car, Emily called me. She worried. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's up? She's like, Tone just jumped in the car. So I'm like, this shit like a movie. How did you get with Tone? Like, I stopped at the gas station, get something to drink, and he jumped in the car. I'm like, that's so random. That you
How would you see him at the same time?
I was on my way to go get him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, she's like, what you want me to do with him? So I'm like, just bring him to me. She's like, all right, cool. So as I'm getting in the car, I'm like, I know they stole something on my car. Like, I know. So I'm looking for the app. Remember the iPod I had?
Oh yeah,
all the songs. Yeah. So I'm like, I know. That's the way.
That's crazy. Because when I used to always think on my iPod more than everything. Too.
Yeah, because you know got all the songs on there. So and it was a big one too. It was the one with like.
That's the one I had. They bust my window down off of right there. Me and Cortez. We went to where they had a concert set. We came outside and the shit was busted. They took it? Hell yeah, I was hot about that. I was still at that to this day.
I still got mine.
For real?
Yeah, I still got it.
Oh yeah, you lucky.
I'm like, man, I know they took this. I know they stole something. Like, I just know the type of guys they are. They'd steal anything.
Yeah.
So I'm in there looking. As soon as I grab the ignition, I hear, bow, bow. It's coming through the window. So I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I tried to jump out. As I jumped out, I must have got shot in my leg, which caused me to fall down. So I keep.
Where was they at? They was behind or on the side?
So they came behind. Excuse me. They came behind the dumpster.
Okay.
So they was on the passenger side. So like I said, he was shooting through the window. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, okay. Then it hit your leg.
So yeah, as I jumped, matter of fact. So I got shot 5 times, so I don't know which one hit first. I don't know, my arm or my leg. So I jumped out, I fell, and I keep hearing gunshots. I just keep hearing them, but I didn't know where they was at. The whole time, man, he was standing over top of me, like directly over top of me.
Right.
So the guy that was, like I said, the guy that walked me up there, man, he saved my life because all he did, he screamed, stop, stop. So I heard him, and I didn't hear no more gunshots.
Oh, they ran at that.
So one ran up the street, one ran down the street. So as I turned over, I seen him running. Like I said, I grew up with the nigga, so I know how a nigga walk, jump.
Yeah. You recognize him all
Shoes, I know everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
I know everything. So I'm like, all right, cool. So as I'm on the ground, he laid me on my back. When he laid me on my back, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, yo, turn me on my side. But I never knew I was paralyzed. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So he laid me on my side. As I'm laying on my side, everybody coming outside. So Ebony started coming down the street. Driving down. So she stopped. Tone was so paranoid. He was scared. He told her to stop. Like, no, it's a setup. Something going on. She was like, so she's sitting there like, fuck yeah, I think that's him.
Yeah.
She came down there.
Yeah.
Everybody started coming outside. So I told the guy, like, yo, if I die, tell my peoples it was such and such, such and such. He was like, all right, cool.
The Fiend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you how calm I was, like, real nigga shit. Nigga probably would fucking go crazy. As I'm on the ground, you would thought Emmy got shot. She wilding. I'm like, I'm cool, I'm good.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you're not. She wilding. I'm trying to keep everybody
You ain't
calm.
feel, so how was you feeling?
I felt my arm. This one hurt the most. It felt like my arm was broke, like it was hanging.
Yeah.
So I'm telling her, like, I'm cool, I'm good. She's like, no, you're not, this and that. I'm like, yo, straight. So I get in the ambulance. It's crazy. I get in the ambulance. The medicine start kicking in. I'm high as shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm done. So
cause I'm gonna cut you off because they say that once you get like if your hands and feet feeling, or you don't really go into shock until you see the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So did you see what was, like you was bleeding and all that?
I ain't
So
see
you
nothing.
felt regular. It just felt like you
I
was
just
hurt.
felt my arms broke,
Okay.
and I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
So like I said, I get in the ambulance, and the medicine started kicking in. But the whole time I'm talking to him, like I had this brand new Columbia jacket, had some brand new sevens, had this Gucci belt. I just got it. Remind you, I think it was Christmas time, so I think Emily bought it for me, my mother. And so I'm like, man, take them off. You're like, we gotta cut it. I'm like, no, I just bought this shit. Like, no, don't cut my clothes. Like, we got it, cut it. So I'm like, damn. So you get to cut my clothes, and then he must have took my money in my pocket. So I swear to God, like the medicine hit, money like it's floating. So I'm trying to grab it, like put your arms down. You can't even move. I'm like, no, give me my money. But I couldn't grab the money.
Oh, that's what you were seeing?
I seen the money floating.
Oh,
like,
okay,
like I said, the medicine kicking it. But I'm trying to grab it. And then I'm gonna put the money up here for you. I'm like, no, give it to me. So anyway,
it was real money, or you was just?
It was real money.
Oh,
took
okay,
my money in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
But I was trying to grab it.
Right.
But like
You
I
just
said, every time I tried to grab it, it kept moving. I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't grab the money.
Yeah.
So that's when I woke up. I'm gonna tell you, that's when I woke up. I woke back up when I don't know if you was there, but I remember they was bringing me through a room, and I hear everybody kept screaming my name like Terrence, T-Will. I couldn't see nobody, I just heard everybody. And that's when I finally woke up. I had a tube in my throat. I was in this cold ass room.
Down University.
Yep.
I remember because when I came down there, I don't think I was there. When I came down there, everybody was in the waiting room, and I was down there. It was late. It was late. I remember being down there until they told us we had to leave, I think. And I think, if I ain't mistaken, I came like every day after that.
Okay.
Or a few times after that, as much as we could. I definitely kept coming back. But and prior to that, and I was thinking as you was talking, like it was hard to get you away from the block too, because I remember me and Davon got the hula hands that time.
My birthday.
Yeah.
Well, that shit was wild.
They tried to trick you.
I was talking now.
They would not leave. He was like, no. He like, let's go out and get something to eat, yo. Your birthday.
Man,
Nigga was not trying to leave.
I remember y'all was like, yo, we got some bras from DC coming down. 3 hours, 3 of you. I'm like, all right, cool. Bluff y'all out. I did not want to leave, so Ebony hit me like, let's go get something to eat. Let's go in the hula hands. I remember, I think I hit y'all like, y'all ain't ready to come because she want to go down there. But I still didn't put it together, so I bluff her out. Then this one really took the cake. I'm thinking like, what the fuck's going on? So Greek and niggas from around my way, Corey and all them like, y'all trying to go out to eat. Yeah. Just not random with you. You feel me?
Yeah, they don't do that. They wasn't doing that. Yeah.
You feel me? It wasn't random. So
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I think I like bluffed them out too for real. So I think I don't know how y'all got me down there, but anyway, so I'm on the underpad. I run into Rel. But I still don't know what's going on.
Trying to get you going there too.
So I'm like, no, I holler at Rel, like, where you going there? He said, I'm going to hula hands. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, I'm going with the hula hands too.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck going on?
Everybody going down.
And I get down there, y'all had a whole surprise for me, man.
But you wasn't trying to leave because you trying to get to the money.
Yeah, I was.
And some shit happened and you was mad because you was down there, you just had an attitude for real. And I remember that, but I only say that to see like this how serious of a time it was what was going on. So
yeah, I was trying to hug. I was trying to get every dollar, y'all. It was really, cause it was open, so I'm like, I ain't trying to miss now. I just know how the motherfuckers is. When you ain't around, they find somebody else, they gonna cut your ass off.
Right.
But I already, I had built my face card was everything, so I could have left. And I remember one time I got locked up. I'm calling home. Everybody talking all this shit. Yeah, we got this, we doing this. I'm just bought this and this. And I'm like, damn, that's what's up. Come home, my phone was kind of slow. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So I told him, I'm like, y'all better get everything y'all get, because once I come back outside, I'm not
leaving.
Yeah, so that's what God comes outside. No lie, I see niggas pulling up. They're like, oh, damn, you back home? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, y'all can go holler.
You was sitting for like
a month.
Yeah, I remember. This was when Pooh Man was up there. Yeah, I remember.
Because
I remember when I was working. I think I was at John Hopkins when this happened, because I remember you called me and you told me that Pooh Man was in there. He hollered at me. But go ahead though.
Like I said, I'm outside now. When I'm outside, like I said, my phone was slow, so It probably went from $200 that day. I'm just coming home. So everybody see I was back. I swear to God, no lie. That end of that week, Friday, Saturday, the same motherfuckers I was on the phone with talking about all the shit they was buying, or all the shit they was doing. They talking, dang, T-Will, can you help me out? I was like, motherfucker, y'all just told me I was doing all this shit.
Right.
But like I said, I built, like, I ain't no fucked up person. I ain't no fucking individual.
Help everybody out.
I'm not, I ain't with all that. You know, niggas be I don't understand how motherfuckers disrespect the motherfucker that's putting money in their pocket. Like,
Listen,
I don't understand that
my
shit.
My father said this to me one day and it never left me. They was like, he said, I don't understand how you young niggas shit on the fiends and all this. They the ones that's putting the money in your pocket.
I used to hate when Drew would call you got a fiend right here. I'm like, stop calling me a fiend, bro. Just say some money or something.
That's crazy you said that. I ain't never heard you say it before. My father said that same shit.
That.
He said he never understood young niggas disrespect them like that.
No, boy, I got burnt before. Like, motherfuckers give me fake money. Motherfuckers like...
But you know they coming back.
I know. You feel me? I know. So, I was like, I don't understand.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah, it is. Like, I just never understood motherfuckers beating them up and fighting on them, cussing them out.
You taking money out. That show you who in it for what, who really in it for what they in it for.
That's not what you do. Like, y'all, I never was that type. That's why they always fuck with me and respect me.
Yeah.
Just somebody over here can have the best shit, but so disrespectful and everything. They don't like dealing with that person. I can have something, it's cool, but it was
they know they're gonna get love fucking with you.
I know he gonna show me love no matter what.
That's any business. That's any business. Any business. You wanna go where you treated better, no matter what. So when you was in the hospital, what was going through your mind?
I'm gonna keep that shit 1,000. I was thinking about killing this motherfucker. That's all I was thinking about, getting back. I didn't even, like I said, and I didn't even know I was paralyzed until I left university and went to Kernan. That was like a whole 2-3 weeks after I got shot. But no lie, all I was thinking about how the fuck I'm gonna do it, what I'm gonna do. That's all was on my mind. Like, I'm gonna kill, cause man. So the 3 that was involved, one just came home. No, all right. So remember I said I was over there with Pooh Man. So one of them, he gets locked up. It's like 12 at night. So he comes to my room. I don't know how he knows it though. I think somebody told him I was out there. He come to my room. He told me the story. So I'm like, all right, look. In the morning time, I'm gonna call my father. I'm gonna tell him to get the money. I'm gonna bail you out. I'm locked up. I'm still gonna look out for him.
You ain't had no bail?
I ain't had no bail during the time. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bail you out. I wakes up. He's gone. Something like, cool. He must have got a bail. He comes back up there. He was like, man, they took my bail. His bail was only $150.
Oh, shit.
He like, they took my bail. And they gave me a cash bill of $500. I said, all right, look, I go to bail review like the end of this month. I say, if I get a bail, as soon as I go home, I'm going to bail you out. I got you. I get a bail. Comes home. Come home and gave his mother like $200-$300. So I called them like an hour later. I'm like, what's up? She was like, we can't find $200. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, cool. I just gave her I gave her the whole $500. Remind you, like I said, I just came home. I had to bail myself out and then bail him out.
Right.
But like I said, I'm not no fucked up in person. Like I'm gonna look out for you if I got love for you. So his mother was like, well, he get a leg check and this and that. I'm like, I don't want his money. I'm good. You feel me?
It was only $150.
No, it was $500. They took the $150 and made it straight cash for $500. Okay. She like, I'm gonna make sure you get your money because if you go to court on the cash bail, they give you the money. You give your money back. So it's like, but he get a leg check. I'm like, I don't want all that. But I already knew he was getting a leg check. He was getting like $1 million for real. But he always used. That's when the ZDX came out. He was like, yo, T, I'm gonna get you a ZDX. I'm like, man, don't talk that shit to you like this.
Yeah.
So he was just always talking about the ZDX and all this other shit. So anyway, I bailed him out. Then another dude, he just come home. I gave him something. And gave him a few plays. Like, here, try to get yourself right. The other dude, he was a shitball. Like I said, I don't smoke. Every day, come to me, okay, buy me some weed, $5. I'm giving him $5-$10. You feel me? Then he'd get some little shit. I help him out for I can't do as much because I still got to feed mine and my mother and everything. Bill. So I'm still trying to help him out. And these are 3 dudes. So I guess the older guy got into their head. You feel me? Like, let's get him out of there and we can have the whole neighborhood.
Okay.
You feel me? So when I got shot, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yo, how the fuck did they turn on me like this? Like, you feel me? I'm not no fucked up individual. I don't take from nobody. I'm not one of them cruddy ass niggas. I'm not a cruddy nigga. So you feel me? So that's all I was thinking about. Was getting back at them for real. That's all was on my mind for real. Then that shit hit me one time. I'm in Kernan, and I'm in this motherfucker with all old people, and they all in a wheelchair. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
So how they get you to Kernan? They put you in a chair to get you there?
I was in the bed, what?
Stretcher?
Yeah, stretcher.
Oh, they put you on a stretcher and carried you. So they never told you no conditions of your feet.
No, you feel me?
But they knew? Or they didn't know until they got
I think they knew. I don't think nobody told me for real. Nobody.
Okay.
So I'm like, nobody really sat down and told me what was going on. Like, I slowly learned as things was going on for real. So nobody never told me. So like I say, I'm in there with all older people. So I'm thinking like, when I always hear people like, I got in an accident or I got shot, I just had to learn how to walk again. So I'm like, I'm cool. I'm gonna get back and creep down on these niggas. That's all I was thinking about. But then the shit started it gave me so this arm was broke, so it gave me a electric chair. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what I need this chair for? You feel me? So that's when you're working on my legs, and I wasn't feeling nothing for real. So I'm like, I still didn't know I was paralyzed. I'm thinking, then one day I'm laying in the bed, I had a spasm, my legs moving by itself. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it back. But it was common for your legs to spaz because it's sending a signal to your brain that,
and it ain't going to the.
It's not moving as fast. You feel me? Like now, like if I try to wiggle my toes, it's like a delay. So after 5-10 seconds, me trying it, once I stop, they start moving. You feel me? So it's a delay.
Okay.
So like I said, then we start doing therapy and shit. And that's when I realized, like, man, I might not be walking right now. You feel me? So shit finally hit me now. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta adapt to my situation now. And that was pretty much it.
So once you realized it, and once it set in, did depression hit? Or you was like, it ain't really hit you until like later?
It didn't hit till later for real. Like,
you just thought regular, like you was like, all right, well, fuck, I'll be good in a little bit.
Yeah, I just thought like over a year, everything was gonna shake back. Not even a year, probably 6 months. I'm thinking everything gonna shake back. But depression really kind of hit during, I say, once I found out Shavon got killed.
Okay.
So I got shot January 17th. Shavon got killed January the 29th in that same year. So
that's like 2 weeks, almost a week and a half.
Yeah. So I'm in a room. Miss Wanda, she works up there. That's Jasmine mother. She works up there. So she come in there with like I ain't had no phone. So she come in there was like, did you see such and such Facebook? Somebody around your way got killed. So I'm like, who? She was like, it must have hit to her like she wasn't supposed to tell me.
Oh, okay.
So she got quiet, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious.
Yeah.
So I had this little broad come see me. She came and hollered at me. So she was like, somebody around your way got killed. So I'm like, who? She said, she didn't say Shavon. She said Shadon or something. She said something towards his name, but it wasn't Shavon. So I'm like, I don't know what that is.
So you wasn't talking to nobody at this point? Like, you wasn't talking to nobody? Like,
I was talking to people, but nobody, I guess my mother and them told them not to tell me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, who the fuck?
Because that was your little man.
Yeah, that's my heart, man. Like, he right here, man. It's so crazy. And he, not to say I don't remember nobody else, but it's just something that stuck with him that I remember when he came to see me. Because he was like, yo, get yourself together, get good. I'm going to take care of everything. And I knew his word is
because he was a wild little nigga.
It's stamped. Him and Nick, it was like stamped, but Nick was locked up one time. But I just know his word was stamped. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the only thing that I remember. So, like I said, the girl come see me. She was like, Shadon. So I'm like, I don't know no motherfucking Shadon. So I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who it is. Yeah. So that's when, so crazy, man. I call her Greek. So, man, I heard him in his voice, yo. He was like, man, your mother didn't want me to tell you, but it was Shavon. I'm like, what? So he was like, yeah, man, your mother told me not to tell you. So I straight hung up, called her. And that's when all of them came up there. So that's when like the depression really started because it was like, first it was me, now it's him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to go like that. Like the story was never supposed to go down like that. You feel me? So, but to this day, I don't show it, but yeah, I still be depressed. Like, motherfucker, like.
Because of the situation.
Me being in a chair in the situation, like what
a lot. That was a lot. It was a lot. I remember like it all that shit happened so fast and so much at one time. And like you said, being so young with that shit hitting, it's like, damn, like it was
just turned 21.
Yeah.
Just became legal. I mean, that nigga been doing shit.
Right. But
I'm feeling good, like, dang.
Really about to get your feet right. Like,
buy me some cigarettes.
Yeah.
I don't smoke, but I'm like, yeah.
Just doing 21-year-old shit.
Yeah. Nigga been doing it. Just like, I just turned 21. I didn't really get to live for real.
Right.
So it's like, damn.
And I remember for a while, like, when you came home, we would come around there and kick it with you all the time and just chill. And after a while, we just like come out. Like, nigga, you still here for a reason. Like, we try to get you to come out and shit, and you wasn't with it for a long time.
And I definitely appreciate you and Danielle for real. Like, you used to set up shit. Got all the guys together. We used to go get something to eat. And that shit slowly, like, started to make me feel good. You feel me? Like, I'm cool to be out. Because I used to, like, man, I don't want to be seen like this. You feel me? Like, but it slowly started to get me in that groove. Like, I can come out. And then Danielle used to come get me. She used to take me up my way. We used to ride around, take me get something to eat.
I remember that. I think the very first time, because I remember I had a picture on my page. We was at the bowling alley. I think that was the first time you came out. I think we was out Dave and Buster's or something.
Yeah.
I think you had something on your hand, too.
Okay, it probably was a kid. So
Yeah, you had something. I remember that, because that was the first time. But for a while, it took you a minute to really start coming out.
Yeah, because I was scared. For real. Like I said, I didn't want to be seen. Like, I just was scared to come out. Like, I just felt like people was going to look at me different or shit like that. So, but I definitely appreciate y'all, too, for definitely.
No, that's what I was saying. That's anybody, though. Anybody close. So, what I wouldn't say regrets. Well, what did you learn from all that took place? Or regrets. Do you have any regrets?
I don't really. No, I don't. I do and I don't, because so the bad apple that spoiled the whole shit, nigga been told me is like, he gotta go. But it's like, I grew up around these guys, so I was like, yo. And I'm not into that shit, you feel me? Like, every street nigga ain't a killer. You feel me?
Yeah, true. That's true.
So it's like, man, that's not what I'm into.
Right.
I ain't no bitch, though. You feel me? I ain't gonna let nobody play with me. We can fight it out. We can do whatever. But it's like, man, I'm gonna limit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take myself out of the situation. So it was Woodington Gardens and Woodington West. I said, they can have Woodington Gardens. I'll move up Woodington West. Because
Woodington West is the one up the corner, around the corner, on the side.
Yeah, on the side.
Okay.
So I'm like, they can have that whole Woodington. You feel me? Like, my face card is good.
Just to keep y'all. You feel me? Like, at this point, y'all can't say nothing. Y'all got your own.
That's what y'all wanted. You feel me? So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna eliminate myself for real. So my man was like, yo, gotta go. This and that. I'm like, no, I ain't. I don't want that. You feel me? Like, I ain't even into that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just move myself from the situation. But I guess they were like, nah. He gotta go, like he
ain't no playing like.
They like, man, T.O. gotta go, but no, I ain't no regrets for real. I mean, I just wish. Only thing is, no, I don't really have no regrets, man.
Well, what did you learn from all this about yourself and others?
What did I learn?
Biggest lesson.
You can't make everybody happy, yo.
Okay.
No matter what. Okay. It does not matter what, man. You got $1, motherfucker, then they want you to give them 75 cents, you keep 25 cents. So you can't make nobody happy. You just gotta. That's the biggest thing I learned. You cannot make everybody happy. And I try to make everybody happy. Like, you making $50. If you making $50 and then I see I can help you and I'll help you make $100, that's still not making. They not happy with that. They like, man, fuck it. You just made $500. Why am I only making $100? So I just realized, like, you cannot can't make everybody happy for
Cause even when and that makes sense, cause what you just saying about taking yourself out of the equation, niggas not satisfied. Cause they don't got enough faith or the smarts for themselves to really, like, they think that this is what it takes for me to succeed, when all reality, like, you just gotta put the work in. They thought if they, like, do what they did, they could get their money, but you gotta have to hustle, like, regardless.
You gotta hustle.
Cause even if you stayed there, like, if you had to hustle, and we all could just eat together.
You
But
gotta hustle. You gotta
shit
come
don't
up.
ever.
You gotta come up with gimmicks. It's a hustle, man.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta really come up with.
In any business.
Yeah, anything,
business
right.
too. So, moving forward, when you said, like how you ended up going out, that's how that goes a little fast forward up to when we started EMI.
Mm-hmm.
As I told, when we used to talk, I used to tell you and
Hold
Dave.
on, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
All right, so once y'all started getting me out, one of my man's van, he used to come pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a big brother for real. So he started coming to get me, and he was been in the chair.
And you met him at
I met him through my cousin. My cousin
Okay.
D used to mess with him.
Okay.
So I met him through.
I thought you met him through the treatment shit.
No, I met Brian through that.
Okay.
So I met Van because he used to mess with my cousin. So yo used to come get me. And it was crazy when you first said, I'm about to come get you. I'm like, how the hell
Right.
you gonna come get me? You in the wheelchair yourself.
Yeah.
So when you pulled up, he had a whole van, had the ramp. It's me and Danielle. So we go out with him. And I'm watching him drive.
Mm-hmm.
This what got me now. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, I can move, I can drive now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we go out to, I think Dave and Buses. We went somewhere. So I'm like, dang. So he breaking everything down to me, keeping it 1,000 with me. So that's when I had my homeboy. He was in the chair, so he like, y'all might come stop by past your house. So I come outside. Yo sitting in the passenger seat. He like, go ahead. I'm like, no, like I'm not driving your car. I don't know. He like, go ahead, yo. I'm like, no, but he really trusts me. So I drove your car. I drove up and down Emerson Avenue. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in it now. I'm cool. So as soon as I swear to God, as soon as I get home, I order my own hand controls.
Mm-hmm.
So Micah, man, I love Micah for this. She had a car, but her father gave her this car.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, this is my first time. So she's like, you can practice.
Yeah.
Damn, no, like, you feel me? Your father gave you this. So if I crash, you
Just
feel
fucked up.
yeah. So she's like, no, go ahead, man. So she let me drive her car for real. I'm getting better and better. I took the class. So I took the class up Sinai, and been a rap since then. For real. Have got my tags and have put the hand controls in my car for real. But if it wasn't for them sharing the knowledge for me, like,
Yeah.
I probably been stuck because I was meeting people in Kernan, but yo wasn't being honest. Like, yo just was on some making me more depressed. Talking about, yo, you can't go out, yo.
Yeah.
Nigga
People
try to
put
kill
their worries
you.
on you.
The nigga try to kill you. He ain't done yet. So I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you keeping it.
Yeah.
Damn, where the motivation there?
Right,
you feel me?
right.
Why you not telling me about driving? Because he knew how to drive. He was driving, but he didn't tell me shit. So, like, also, everybody that. So now when I see people that's in my situation, I break it down to them. Like, yo,
Off top.
you can drive, you can still move around, you can do this, you feel me? So my man Fudgy, which is Key homeboy, I met Fudgy through Key. I broke down everything. I said, yo, you have motherfuckers that's gonna turn on you. Everybody gonna act like they there for you. I said, about a month or two, you gonna really see who your friends is. So I'm telling them everything. So he ran into the same guy that was talking so greasy when I was at Kernan.
Okay.
Yo straight told him, like, I don't want to hear what you gotta say. My man T-Will already told me. He was like, man, T-Will hard-headed. Something he don't want to listen.
That's crazy. They need to get him out of there.
It's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
I seen this man about 2016, 17. He had so much rap. He wanted my number. He see me driving. He see me moving. He said, damn, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, I'm just looking at him like, man, I don't even want to talk to you.
because if you would have listened to him, you would have never did none of that.
I wouldn't have been none of that. I probably been still, probably been depressed, not really been stuck in the house. Because I know motherfuckers to this day, like, don't want to come out at all. And they 4 or 5 years in, being in the chair. So if I would have listened to him, it wasn't for Van and my man, what the fuck is it? Damn, I forgot his name. But anyway, it wasn't for them two to, like, breaking shit down, being honest with me. I probably would have still been stuck in my way. Like, man, no, I don't want to come out. Or I don't want to be seen for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ain't a good person to be trying to talk to.
Because you need as much motivation as possible when
do.
you're in that type of situation.
You do.
Any type of situation like that. So like you said, that's when I was talking to y'all about I wanted to do my own shit because I've worked for nonprofits for a minute, so it was like it's only I see how it go and I want to start my own. Then you hit me like, you said you want to start your own shit.
Right.
I want to do this. He's like, you said the other exact words is people be hitting me all the time, like how you get to this point of traveling and getting fresh and just being yourself again.
So, like, cut you off, like, if you random people from all over the city
I remember
state,
you said that.
Damn, how y'all find my page? And I'm like, yo, like you still drive or you still be traveling or I like what you do, like this and this and that. So I be trying to motivate them just through a text or just my pictures. I'm like, yo, you still can do it. Like, don't let them stop you. Like, it ain't nothing you can't do, bro. Like, man, I love to travel. Like, I love getting on that plane. I said, then it's like the perks of traveling. When you get on the plane,
in the front,
I get the front seat.
Yeah.
I get on
when
first.
We went to Vegas. We were sitting
I get on first. You feel me? Sometimes I can get on. I can get on first. Sometimes when we land, I can get off first. But sometimes I let them go.
Yeah.
I said it's like I ain't gotta stand in the line. Like, bro, like you still can do this shit, my nigga. Like, don't let nobody tell you can't. Like, don't you still can do it. So you feel me? So when you came up with your idea, you feel me? I was like, yeah, we can somehow collab because I still wanna teach people or show people like it's still life after.
Right.
It's still life after, man. You still can. And
I'm glad that you thought of that, boy. That was your idea because it put me on the game just as much as you was putting other people on. Like, I didn't know that, and the more you started doing what you was doing, I feel like if you don't know nobody in them situations, you don't know. Plain and simple. Just like when you was telling me and Van was telling me about how it's laws that certain restaurants gotta have access for the wheelchairs. Because remember that time we went to Rye. We went to Rye Sushi that time, and I think they didn't have something was wrong at one of them spots. It was that spot was spot around the corner where we couldn't get into it. Something like that. Yeah, and I was like, you was like that's against the law, or some shit like that. So that's when we came up with the idea of Project Protect.
Right.
And we sat down with Van. If y'all ain't check out the Van episode, check that out. That's how I talk about all that. But Van gave us the game. He sat down and gave us how to make it a nonprofit, how to make it official, ideas, and every step of the way he said, if you need me, we got you. So Project Protect we came up with me, you, Speedy, Van, and the other guy, I forgot the guy's name. Will, yeah. And if the flyer is still on my page and the EMI page, and it was basically information session, creating awareness about everything. Like he shared his story, Van shared his story, Will and Speedy, about how they got in these situations, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful segment. Maurice from the cancer episode, he shared his story, and two other people shared their stories about stuff they was going through. But we had a small crowd because we only basically reached who we knew. But for me, life took over for me. A lot of shit started going the wrong way, and I guess I took my attention off that and put it on that other shit. But that's something that we definitely gonna get back to because more people need to know.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody that's going through the situations or know any like we with it, we definitely gonna get that ball rolling. And I planned on 2020, but COVID hit, so everything went haywire. But we definitely getting that back. So check out the EMI shit.
I had watched the one. I think that was your cousin, the girl that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
And she had said something. And I was like, damn, she's talking about like PTSD. And I'm like,
yeah. You think you got that?
Hell yeah. Like, so loud noises scare me.
Okay.
Like my mother cooking, she slammed the
Stove
cabinets or something.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's jump. I get scared, like real nigga shit. So I never wanted to go, see somebody about it. You feel me? I mean, I would like to, but I just never got around, or whatever the case may be. But I really noticed one time I'm driving down North Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
So some kids with some Roman candles. So I knew we used to do this shit back in the day.
Shoot the Roman candle shit. Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, yo, like I can laugh about it, but yo, I was so scared. I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I see one nigga on one side, other nigga on another side.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of the same situation. Being in the car, shot.
Okay.
I just hear some, wow! I see some fireworks come.
It's traumatic.
Man, I ducked under the.
Yeah. While you was driving, or you stopped?
I stopped. I ducked under the steering wheel. You feel me? Because I know if I'm up under there, I'm good. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bow, bow. the way they coming out. Like, hold up, they might not. I look up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking to myself like, damn, you scared ass. Come on, you scared ass nigga, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, but that's when I really realized, like, yeah, I probably do.
Yeah, that's real though. Like any traumatic situation, like even a car accident to leave a scar on you, and that's like that was a life-threatening situation. Like, did you? I remember I remember one time coming to your house when you was at the other house. The white guy came. He was supposed to be like from a church or something, or he was a Christian, like a pastor. Yeah. So they would send people to talk to you and shit like
my
that.
Grandmother.
Oh, okay.
My grandmother, man.
Yeah. So talking about
I don't feel like I can really relate. One, it got to be somebody from my
your
culture.
background.
Well, yeah, my background.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like, well, I have a therapist I can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
She's my personal trainer. Like, I can talk to her because it's like, she's like one of us, bro. Like, real nigga shit. She listen to rap music, everything. Like, we can talk. Like, I can vent to her. Like, I can really talk to her, and she don't judge or nothing. You feel me? She keep like, I got a number. I can call about anything. But I haven't got to the point of really talking to somebody. I feel like I can talk to my homeboys, but I mean, I would like to try to talk to a therapist. You feel me? I always see. If you ever watch Charlamagne interview, that nigga talks about therapy to everybody.
Yeah,
hey, you ever tried a therapist?
They say you be bluffing.
Damn, bro, yeah, everybody about this. Like, he finds some way to ask him about a
mental health
Yeah,
shit,
mental health.
do.
I mean, a lot of people definitely need it, but
yeah, I had one. It definitely helped. It helped you to vent, and you don't even realize what you're doing at some point. Like I was going maybe once a month or 2 times a month, and I would go and a lot of times it wouldn't even be her saying shit. It would be me just spilling.
Right.
But it's better like when somebody don't know nothing because it's like they don't have no room to really judge or say no input because they don't know the difference. So I definitely encourage that too. Like it helped me, and I don't even really have no traumatic experiences. Just a lot of shit be going on in my head, and it helped me get it out. But so you feel like go ahead.
No, what you say?
You feel like it's some shit that you still need to talk about.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, it's still some shit. Like, man, I told you in the message one time, like, the situation with, I'm going to start with Fat Rat. Fat Rat got, like I said, all right, so I got shot in January. Shaywan got killed in January. Then now, 3 years later, my man Fat Rat got killed in January. Like, January just ain't,
It ain't your month.
Not at all. Like, usually I cut back from everybody. So, all right, so now with Fat Rat, we had a little something happened between us. I don't really. Matter of fact, he was rocking with somebody that I just didn't fuck with. You feel me? Like I was like, man, I'm gonna just fall back. You feel me? I don't want to tell him. I don't want to make him choose his friends. You feel me? He'll see what I see.
Distance yourself.
So I just distanced myself for real. So he asked me. He had got locked up, and he came home. He asked me for something. I'm like, no, like, ask them. The fuck you run them 24/7. So. He had, like I said, Woodington was a family. You feel me? So he had put something on Instagram. And I felt like, the saying, the shoe fit word, that motherfucker fit. I'm like, oh. I'm like, we ain't doing this. Like, bro, we don't do this. You feel me? Like, that shit fit.
Yeah.
But, so I called, like I said, we a fucking family. I call your stepmother and I call your father. Like, so I'm like, I explained the situation to them. So I told Aunt Tanya, which is, Aunt Tanya is Dana and Nick mother, and his Fat Rat stepmother. So I hollered at Aunt Tanya. I'm like, read that and tell me what you think. Like, should I feel some type of way? She's like, well, I understand why you would feel some type of way. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna holler. She's like, but y'all brothers, y'all need to talk it out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Eventually we gonna talk because Fat Rat called me every fucking day. He named his daughter True, and that's the name I was gonna name my daughter. Like.
Okay.
So. We talk every day, like every day. And I'm like, eventually he gonna give in and call. You feel me? Man, yo got killed. Like after probably 3-4 days. I say about a week. And it fucked my head up because like I didn't get a chance to tell yo.
Okay.
And I could have saved the situation. You feel me? Like yo, stop hanging with certain niggas. Like be by yourself. Like go back to what you was doing. Go back to working. Like nigga, you got 2 kids. Like. And it fucked me up because I didn't get a chance to talk to him and let him know how I felt. You feel me? It was never no fuck him or no love. I mean,
it just wasn't talking.
It just like we wasn't talking right then and there. You feel me? Like, and it fucked me up more because it's like, yo, maybe I could have done something. You feel me? And that shit fucked my head up. Then fast forward to Key. It was like Key just was moving different. Like I didn't like this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, nobody did.
And we wasn't talking for a minute. Like he always called like, "Dang, you don't love me, yo." I'm like, man, stop with this sentimental shit, bro. You know I love you. Nigga, I brought you around my way, nigga. And I come over your way, they show me love. Like nigga, I'm protected. Like I felt real life shit. I felt like when I was up his way, I felt good because they even motherfuckers show love to Key. You feel? I pull up. T-Will, we got guns on the block. You good? I'm like, damn. You want something to drink? I'm like, I don't drink. I felt cool. You feel me? I felt. Then Donnie, then my man David. Rest in peace to David. I went to school with David, so like I said, I felt cool. I had Donnie, David, and Key. Yeah. And all three of them ain't gonna play about me. You feel me? Like you feel me? So I felt comfortable. Like I said, Key just wasn't moving the way he was supposed to, and this shit just was fucking my head up for real. So like I said, I just distanced myself. I always was answer that phone. You feel me? I always answer. Yeah. Always talk to him. Yeah. And it was so crazy because that fucking day, I was just with him.
Yeah, I remember.
I was just with him.
When I told you, you said that. You had just seen
it. And the thing is, like I said, I was just with him. He had picked up some catheters from the nigga Fudgy for me because I didn't get my order. So we sitting there chopping and wrapping it up. So something happened on Instagram and I felt like, I felt like a nigga was throwing shots at me, you feel me? And I seen somebody in the comment from around his way in that area. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna nip this in the bud. I'm hollering at Key. I know niggas ain't gonna play. Once Key say, yeah, that's my brother, like, I already knew. So I'm calling, keep calling. And I think I DM you, I message you, text you, and you text something saying like basically what happened. But I didn't really read it. I'm still calling because I'm so pissed. Like, yo, I don't do this internet shit. Like, I'm not with that Instagram shit. So I'm so pissed. I'm keep calling and calling and calling. I go back to your message and I read this shit, really read it. And I'm like, man, that shit fucked me up. So it was like, that's the thing. Like shit just fucked my whole head up. Like if I even could have really, because I ain't gonna say he looked up to him, but he really had, Key had a lot of love for me. I could have really like talked to him like, bro, like shit ain't.
That's all Key really. When I come to think about it, that's a lot of what Key was looking for. Period. A lot of love. That's why he went with the people he went with, and he hung around places he went. And he ended up in jail and all that shit, like the good and the bad, because he wanted love, but it was just in the wrong places. Yeah. And I was glad that I seen him before that happened, because I was at Gary's store. I never forget. I was at Y on North Avenue. He was in there gambling, and he came in there with the nigga, and he introduced me to Yo, and I seen him. Gary was like, hey, "That's your brother." I was like, I came out there. He didn't know I was in there. I always fuck with him. I was like, Kiana. He talking about him. He's like, stop playing me. So I hollered at him, and that's when we was hearing a bunch of shit that he was doing that niggas wasn't fucking with. And I told him outside, and I always lying like a motherfucker. I said, look, regardless, I'm just telling you, like, you know, well, you don't want to talk about it now. I'm just letting you know what's going on, and you know, I'm here. Like, we all here, just like whatever. And he's like, you right, I got you, whatever. And then we rapped, and my great-grandfather passed that weekend, and he was supposed to come to the funeral. He kept texting us, me and Miles, and he ain't come, and he was bluffing. And then that next weekend, that's when that shit happened. So I'm glad that I was able to talk to him and see him right before that happened. But
yeah, I seen him 30 minutes, yo. Like, if it was 11:30, I think I'll text y'all. I mean, like hour, 12:30, 12:45. Hold on, I just was with him, and the thing is, like, Key was another one. He used to come get me every day. He'd bring me outside.
Yeah, he definitely in the van. He had the van.
The van. Yeah. And like I said, like, see, and I never really brought it to his attention that I knew what I knew. You feel me? I just used to, like, I'm a chill bag. You feel me? Like I said, if I would have talked to him, I probably could have, like, bro, like.
He listened to you, so.
Like, stop, my nigga.
He listened to you.
You feel me? I damn near almost had to go against my hood because of his ass.
Yeah, that was a wild situation. Yeah. Very wild situation. But yeah, that's. Like, when that happened to you, that was the first, I think, situation with a young nigga that I experienced close to me. And then with him was that was the closest situation to somebody to me, besides my grandmother, that something happened to me. So those was eye-opening situations, all three of them. And
Oh, not cut you off. So those situations just made me feel like, yo, you gotta voice your opinion to your friends, my nigga. Like,
yeah, just let it be known.
Yeah, like, cause you never know when they're gonna be the last. Like, that shit really haunts me. Like, like I don't.
And we talk about that recently.
Yeah, I remember when y'all niggas always comment on a picture like that big ass smile. I was like, man, I gotta smile for him. Cause if I show my pain and the hurt, like it's going to like motherfucker, like damn, yo. So I always gotta smile because it's like, yo, it really be some shit like behind me. Like, But that's enough. Like I say, like that's why. I call you my friend. I say I love you, my brother. It's like I gotta voice my opinion. I gotta tell you from right then and there. You feel me? Like this, what it is.
You only real friends or brothers if you do that. To me, like you gotta if you keep going on and letting shit happen that's not right, or you say it to somebody else and all that other shit besides the person, that ain't real. So like me and you talk about it all the time. We had falling outs. I didn't have fall outs with my real friends all the time. But if we never did, we wouldn't really know where we stand at.
Exactly.
And we fix it at the end of the day. So
it's all about how y'all get back.
Yeah, and I make sure no matter how I seem, whether if I seem vulnerable, if I seem wrong, or if I seem like whatever, if I got something on my chest with somebody I love, I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah, you want to dress it.
Whether you take it or not. Or if you take
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, or if you take it and you just accept it, or you don't say nothing else, because if I do that and then you got an issue towards me that you never speak on, I don't have no fault in it, because I came to you and I told you that we can do this anytime, and I'm letting you know this how I feel. Like my feelings over the past 5 or 6 years off of females more than anything. My feelings been very sensitive, so I'm very eager to have a conversation, especially with somebody I love or I fuck with. Right. So it's very crucial. And I piggyback that because, like you said, you just never know. And that's why, like I say a lot, I'm very grateful that I was able to talk to Keith face to face. Because everybody know, like, we ain't really beef, we ain't clash, but we wasn't on the same page with a lot of shit he was doing. Right. Even one of us was doing. We was on 2 different pages, but like outside looking in, this motherfucker that might not even know that's my brother because we so different. But whenever that, he knew. Every time something was hit the fan, he knew to call. And I ain't never, like, even when I used to go visit him out the gym, we had one of our most serious heart-to-hearts when I went to go visit him one time. And, like, we always connected when it was time and when it was necessary. We just was always on different paths. Like, I used to always try to get Key, come with us. Like, yo, you hang with us. Even when he would get with us, he always get with the ones he shouldn't fuck with. And then he clicked with them once they stopped. We all stopped being together. And then they ended up doing shit they wasn't supposed to do. So, but that's what it say, like, and that's, like you said, to people that's listening, it's important to just pay attention to shit. Because when you, like, what I noticed about my brother when he started clicking with certain people, it was like, he fucking with him because either they cater to him, they tell him whatever he want to do, or because he getting a different kind of attention that he want that he ain't getting somewhere else. And when whether it was being given to him the wrong way or by the wrong people, some people gotta go through shit just to experiences just to learn from it, and some people can learn from other people's mistakes and gain like that. But you know, you only can do your part. And that's a touchy situation, but I definitely, like, I piggyback that and every other interview about just whether it's therapy or anybody just talking about what you got going on, because you never know what you could say.
You never know.
Plain and simple. What advice would you give to anybody that's like 2 situations? I say young nigga coming up trying to get his feet wet in the game. What advice would you give him? Because I feel like your story, I always looked at your story like from the outside looking in. It's kind of like you said, give big love and you fuck with everybody, but trust is a motherfucker. Yeah. Like, you can't second guess a lot of things or people, especially like, you know, certain people and you know a lot of situations, but the ones that's not as close, but you gave them a benefit of the doubt because it's the same hood. So what would you give a young nigga advice about, like, just if they thinking about or they going in that direction? Honest advice, not on no, like, I'm gonna say don't do this, like, because at the end of the day, we real and we know what situations, like, you gotta get your money, money. Like, niggas ain't gonna tell you, don't do this, like.
One thing, gotta have lawyer and bail money. Real
Yeah,
nigga
more
shit.
than
'Cause
anything.
motherfuckers be on Instagram, they showing all of this and get locked up and yo, ask such and such, you got $1,000. Ask such and such.
Yeah.
I never called nobody. Never asked nobody to do it. They did it if they did it, but I never called because I had my own.
Yeah.
But like I say, lawyer, keep you. I had some money, man, and stay to you by yourself. Like move by yourself. All that you want to bring your brother in, or you want to bring some like move around by yourself. Get in it. Be honest, yo. I wish somebody would have told me get in and get out. Somebody would have been told me this a long time ago. Like when I was young, no lie, when I was 19, 20, before I got shot, I ain't gonna lie, I probably had about 70,000 saved up. If a motherfucker would have told me to get in and get out, it'd probably been a whole different story. Like I probably
Walked away and did
yeah,
something else with
yeah.
yourself.
So motherfucker, I would have had a older guy that broke it down to me.
Yeah, you ain't had no old heads though.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Dre, he was locked up. My cousin Pud, I think he was locked up. And that was the only person for real. Like me and my father, we ain't too tough. You feel me? Too. But I would have had an older guy that really set me down. And I mean, I used to try to learn by watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed the motherfucker to tell me, like, bro, like, get what you can get and get out. You feel me? So for you get in this game, man, you gotta get in and get out, and you can't show no type of weakness, cause a nigga gonna chew your ass up, man. They gonna try to use and abuse you. So get in and get out for real.
And you can't, from what you saying in your story, you can't really second guess the people around you because it came from people that was around. It wasn't from no outsiders.
Don't get too comfortable. Like I said, I was comfortable. Like I'm sleeping outside, I'm chilling. Like, and now that I sat back and think, I remember one of the dudes actually had one time walked me to my car. And now that I think about it, it probably was about to go down during that time, but I guess it wasn't. Because you feel me? I remember he walked me to him. He said, yo, I heard niggas around here robbing people and walking to your car. I'm not gonna rob you. And during the time, we had a little situation with Loudon. It was a little situation, so yeah, I heard them niggas keep spinning around here. You feel me? So, like, man, but it was a whole. He was trying to play. He was trying to run game. You feel me?
See,
Trey, so the nigga Trey and Scola, they from up there, and it's love. You feel me? And I knew what had happened between us. It wasn't going to escalate to nothing else. You feel me? It was just going to be more so. They was going to fight. It wasn't going to be no gunplay. Right. You feel me? Because I got love for them. I went to school with Trey. Matter of fact, when I got shot, Trey was down. Every time I woke up, Trey was there. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? You would think me and Trey grew up together. Like real life, like best friends. Like shout out to Trey. But every time I woke up, like he was there for me. And he was like, bro, I swear to God, our hood. I already knew it. They hood. You feel me? And I ain't had my. But anyway, yeah, so you gotta watch motherfuckers around you, like all that lollygagging and being vulnerable and getting high. Like I didn't get high. I just watched everybody around me got high, and I just seen how that shit was just going down. You feel me? Niggas smoking.
It wasn't good. It wasn't even help you at all.
It wasn't helping. That's why I never got high. You feel me? Everybody in the building smoking. I'm outside chasing everything around. They wondering why they not making no money. You feel me? Because I'm not chasing.
Smart thing not to get no drugs.
I wasn't. So yeah, like man, like I said, get in and get out and save your money. I mean, it's okay to splurge sometimes, but save your money. Save. You gotta have some money.
Cause one lockup could throw all your bread away.
Yeah, it could.
all the money you saved up, you could get booked, the lawyer, and the bail, and all that shit gonna eat all that shit up. Make it not even
money gonna save you.
Yeah.
Save your money.
All right. And what would you say? Cause we gotta wrap up now. What would you say to anybody in a physical situation that they can't move the way that they could before? Whether it's like jail or anything. What advice would you give?
You gotta stay strong. Have a good support system. Definitely that. Like definitely. My mother, she was there. I think she even started working for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. My friends. My situation became my friend's situation. I always said that. Like you feel me? Like. If we can't get in there, we're going to try something else. If we can't get you there, we're going to carry up there.
Right.
Carry up there. So, but you got to stay strong. Talk to somebody. You feel me? Reach out to somebody. You can't really hold it in because eventually that shit going to hit. Like, I ain't going to lie. That shit hits me sometimes. At night, I be like, you feel me? Sometimes I want to break down. And sometimes I really want to give up. But I feel like if I give up, it might just be my luck that
Yeah.
It just might be my luck. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I'm like, I just gotta keep pushing. I feel like I'm at that door. If I stop at that door and say, "Fuck, I'm gonna go back," that door might be my chance of getting back to where I need on my feet. So yeah, like I say, like man, if you're in my situation, or if you just going through something, talk to somebody. Be strong. Be open up, and don't let that shit bottle up in you, because that shit gonna explode. And man, I be hearing motherfuckers be saying they want to give up. Like I be like, man,
Came too far.
Man. Like I can talk. Call me. I rap to you. We can have a conversation. Like be a lot of dudes I meet that I don't even know that be in the chair. I just really be rapping to them for real, trying to get them game, or just being honest with them about the whole situation. But yeah.
What would you say, the last question, what would you say got, like, what was an improvement or got better, or something that got better or you got better with after your situation? Like, because you was young, so apparently, I mean, you ain't...
Patience.
Okay.
Patience, man. Like, patience, like, real life patience. Like,
now you can be patient?
Yeah, sometimes I don't even let shit bother me.
Okay.
I just sit and just...
I can see that.
I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. Like, I don't until it really, really, really bothers me. But like patience, I got patience.
Okay. All right, shit. We definitely if we had more time, we keep going, but we definitely need to do a part 2 for real. Get some more shit, because I know this gonna get a lot of good feedback. But in closing, this episode 51. You got any business you want or services you want to advertise? Please DM me, reach out to me some kind of way. You do the commercials on here, promote your business or services you got. Any drops you want to say, whatever, post on the page, all that shit for a very small fee. And check out, please subscribe to the YouTube.
Subscribe.
And like all that, view all the YouTube and the podcast. You on Spotify, Apple, Google Play, all that. So the link on my page, the We Need Answers podcast page, and the Titty Boy page, you can click the links and it'll take you to all that shit. The EMI page as well, where you can see Terrence progress through all his stuff in the years. We gotta update that page too, but and the pictures and the videos from the page that we got. I mean the events that we had. So you can see all that from the EMI, which stands for Encourage, Motivate, Inspire. So in closing, We Need Answers podcast.
We need answers.
That was good.